Okay, let's jump right into this explainer. Today, we're building a comprehensive step-by-step tutorial made specifically for you first-time homebuyers. We're going to capitalize on some massive recent shifts in the real estate market, zeroing in on a place that's currently defying all the typical trends, Fresno, California. Honestly, if you're feeling totally squeezed by those huge price tags in LA or the Bay Area, where, let's be real, buying a closet feels like a stretch, you are exactly who needs to see this data today. For years, the story of California real estate has been nothing but skyrocketing costs and insane competition, effectively pricing first-time buyers right out of the coastal markets. But as you'll see from the data we're unpacking today, a totally different narrative is opening up just a bit inland. Fresno sits right in the heart of California's San Joaquin Valley. It's sun-drenched, culturally rich, and most importantly for us, it offers way more house for your money than anything you'll find on the coast. It's always drawn buyers with its deep agricultural roots and fast-growing urban vibe, but right now, the numbers point to a truly incredible window of opportunity, centered entirely around affordability and, you guessed it, buyer leverage. So here is our strategic playbook for the day. First, the Fresno advantage. 2, the market shift. 3, decoding price drops. 4, timing your hunt. And finally, using your leverage. Let's get into it. All right, Section 1, the Fresno advantage. This is your new playing field. Now, our source material spells it out plainly. The market shifted toward buyers in April. That single sentence right there, that is the absolute foundation of your new purchasing power. You know, in real estate, the pendulum is constantly swinging between a seller's market and a buyer's market. And what the recent data confirms is that in Fresno, that pendulum has swung firmly in your direction. But to actually use this to your advantage, we need to understand the mechanics behind exactly why it shifted. Which brings us to Section 2, the market shift. Let's decode the supply and demand. And this brilliantly illustrates your advantage. Active listings in Fresno surged nearly 16% year over year. Now, compare that to the national gain, which was just 4.6%. Fresno's inventory is growing at a rate that absolutely dwarfs the rest of the country. This isn't just a minor blip. This is a massive influx of options hitting the market all at once. Let's break down exactly what that almost 16% surge looks like on the ground. Active listings hit 852 homes. But here's the crucial nuance. New listings actually dipped by 1.3% over that exact same period. So what does that actually mean for you? Well, it means the spike in inventory isn't happening because a massive wave of people suddenly decided to sell. It's because demand has cooled down, and the homes that are already on the market simply aren't selling fast enough to clear out. Supply is stacking up. And in any market where supply stacks up, the buyer holds the undisputed upper hand. You have choices. Lots of them. Moving on to Section 3, decoding price drops, the leverage of falling costs. It's basic economics, right? As supply goes up, prices tend to come down. The median list price in Fresno actually slipped down 1.2% year over year, landing at $429,972 in April. Now, a 1.2% drop might sound tiny on paper, but in the context of real estate, it's a glaring signal. It proves that sellers are recognizing the market shift and are getting significantly more flexible with their pricing expectations just to get buyers through the door. And even more importantly, almost 17% of all listings in Fresno took a price cut. That's up 1.2 percentage points from the previous year. What makes this so compelling is that nationally, price reductions actually dropped over the same period. So Fresno is totally bucking the trend, giving you a massive green light for negotiations. Sellers who overprice upfront are being forced to slash their numbers, which means you absolutely do not have to accept the sticker price as the final word. Section 4, timing your hunt. It's all about speed and strategy. The pace of the game is definitely shifting. Sellers in Fresno are having to wait a bit longer to close than they were last year. The median days on market rose to 46 days, so homes are sitting a little longer. That gives you room to breathe, right? You can schedule multiple viewings and carefully weigh your options without that intense panicked frenzy we've seen in recent years. However, let's keep this in perspective. Even at 46 days, properties in Fresno are still moving a bit faster than the national median of 52 days. And that brings up a really vital strategic distinction for this tutorial. Yes, your leverage as a buyer is highest on the homes that are stubbornly sitting on the market. Those are the sellers who are way more likely to accept a price cut or negotiate terms. But, and this is absolutely key, the market still strongly rewards well-priced, well-presented homes. Buyer interest hasn't just vanished overnight. If a home is priced correctly from day one and looks great, it's gonna move quickly. For those specific properties, you still need to act decisively. So you have leverage, but you don't have infinite time on the absolute best listings. Finally, Section 5, using your leverage. Let's build your final playbook. Fresno is currently one of the very few markets in California where you can realistically execute these 2 steps. Step 1, enjoy more choices. Look, with 852 homes sitting on the market, you don't have to settle for the first house you see. You have the inventory to be selective. Step 2, negotiate with confidence. Knowing that inventory is up nearly 16% and almost 17% of sellers are already slashing prices, you can, and absolutely should, ask for better terms. Whether that means negotiating the purchase price down from that median, asking for closing costs, or requesting repairs, the math right now is entirely on your side. Armed with these insights, you now have a rock-solid, step-by-step tutorial to navigate Fresno's buyer-friendly landscape. You understand the surge in supply, the reality of the price cuts, and the exact timeline you're working against. You actually hold the cards in a California real estate market, which is a seriously rare and powerful position to be in as a first-time buyer. So, the final, most important question I have to leave you with today is this. Now that you know exactly how the board is set up, how are you going to play your hand?